Known for the stormy skies that frequent the territories throughout the year,
I hope I don't poop in my pants. That's all I gotta say.
It's also a region once defined by the rise of an angsty subculture.
So tonight is controversy.
And known around the globe as a beacon of technological innovation.
In 1990, I used to be a big fan of Twin Peaks, the show.
Yeah, that's right.
Barb Pexa is taking you on this once-in-a-lifetime journey. Whether finding your next home, your favorite venue, or simply living your American dream, you can do it in the Pacific Northwest. From the Puget Sound to the Cascade Mountains to the booming metropolis of Seattle, there's a little something for everyone.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about this show? It's totally unscripted.
Hey Barb.
Hey Diane, thanks for coming.
It is freezing.
I'm sure it's a little bit colder than San Diego, isn't
Absolutely.
it?
I don't know if I have enough warm or close on me, but we'll do what we can, right?
We'll just do our best. I thought we'd start here. This is here the home of the Snoqualmie Falls at the Salish Lodge. It's one of the most visited spots in all of the greater Seattle area. And one of my favorites is back in 1990, I used to be a big fan of Twin Peaks, the show.
Yeah, that's right.
It's gotten a great cult following, and I think it's really cool, kind of dark and stormy and funky Pacific Northwest. So I thought we'd check it out.
Awesome, that's it.
Okay. One of my favorite things to bring all my new clients to here is the falls. I think it's just beautiful.
Yeah, it's so picturesque, the scenery itself. I love it.
It is. So right down here we've got the main falls.
Okay.
It falls way, way, way down there. The water is really flowing at a high rate today because we've had a lot of rain in the area. And it's really beautiful. From these windows right here at the Salish Lodge, you can have a really fantastic meal. The Salish is a high-end luxury boutique hotel.
Very nice.
No, just find the light in honesty, 'cause I've never been good at telling stories. Yeah, we're gonna ride this wave until it breaks. We're gonna drive all day. We're gonna ride this wave until it breaks. All I know, yeah, all I know.
All right, Barb, this has been a beautiful experience. Thank you so much for showing me this.
You're welcome.
I'm excited to see what else Seattle has to offer. What do you got for me?
Next, we're going to head down to Seattle on Lake Union, and we're going to hit up Gasworks Park. I've never totally understood why it's so famous, but it is where we have our 4th of July fireworks every year, and everybody loves it.
Okay, I'm down to check it out.
Okay, let's go check it out.
Welcome back. We're taking you on a tour of one of the coolest locations in the United States, the Pacific Northwest. One of the great things about this show is you learn all about the cities you thought you already knew. I mean, I had no idea Twin Peaks was shot right outside of Seattle. Next up, Barb is taking us on a tour around Gasworks Park. Check it out.
All right, this is pretty amazing, but what the heck is it?
You know, it's pretty interesting. This is an old site of the Seattle Gas Company.
Okay.
And they've turned it into a really popular Seattle park. We have our 4th of July fireworks here.
Very cool, very cool. And it's nice view of downtown Seattle.
Yep, this area right here is called South Lake Union.
Perfect.
And part of the reason they have the fireworks here is it's surrounded by water, so the water's just packed with boats. People come here, they can be underneath the fireworks.
Okay.
And of course, you know the company Amazon.
Of course, everybody does.
Yeah, our headquarters are right down here.
Very nice, and it feels like a movie like Sleepless in Seattle, right?
Yeah,
Got that feel?
Well, you're right. So if you look out here along all these floating houseboats out there, those are the sorts of homes that Sleepless in Seattle were filmed on. And another thing that downtown Seattle is well known for that's fairly unique.
Yeah, for sure. It's just that unique look of real estate, and also just like the atmosphere is a different change from what I'm used to anyway in San Diego, right?
So yeah, I think it's a really cool part of Seattle. It's artistic and edgy and industrial. Oh my God, is that a drone up there?
Where? Oh, yeah.
Did somebody crash their drone on it? That's a piece of equipment to lose. Hey Diane, and this is the house I've been talking about, wanting to show you.
Very nice.
We are up here in Bellevue on Cougar Mountain.
Okay.
And this home is built by the Buchan builders, and they're a real classic traditional builder in Seattle. They do mostly high-end listings.
I've noticed, it's got that classic look to it, right? The vintage, but also traditional form of it.
It's very traditional. They make it just modern enough. With all the great top-of-the-line appliances and fixtures, but in a very traditional mode. But hands down, my favorite space in this house is the outdoor living room.
Of course, nice.
As you know, we're in Seattle and we get a lot of rain. So I think all home builders should put these outdoor living rooms in their houses. It's got
covered all the way through. Oh, that's cool.
Covered all the way through, gas fireplace, gas heaters. And a 48-inch grill with hood system, which is fantastic.
What type of buyer do you see purchasing this home?
My guess is probably a family, something like that. But with the main floor ensuite room, we can also have
like a
multi-generational living.
Perfect.
Which is really big in these, I would say, these days in this part of the country.
All right, Barb, rumor has it that you do something special for your buyers. What is it?
We cater and host our buyers' housewarming parties as their thank you present for choosing to work with our team. I come from the restaurant business, and it was a perfect carryover for high-end customer service, sociability. It's just the highlight of their process, we think. We send out the invitations, we send out the thank you cards, we get to mingle and meet all of their favorite family and friends, and it's really a lot of fun. Sometimes we have a little bit too much fun, but that's how we think we have a great customer base.
Well, nothing like, you're working with these clients and buyers, right? So you get to know them in the process of buying their home. So what better way than to throw them a party in their housewarming party?
We could not agree more. And it seems almost sacrilegious not to take that process all the way through and help them celebrate. We cater it, we bring wine, we bring Prosecco, we do a toast. We even have cute little aprons we've made with our team logo and our names. So we really have a lot of fun with it.
Good for you, that sounds great.
Yeah.
We live just at the trailhead of one of the many trails that run along Cougar Mountain. And you walk among huge maples and evergreens. Maple leaves as big as your head, they're just giant. This home, which sits on Cougar Mountain, 1,000 feet above Lake Sammamish, and with a beautiful view of a 10,700-foot volcano called Mount Baker, which is snow-covered year-round. I love to write thrillers that are really a combination of really good stories, interesting characters, very dynamic human conflict, but also on the edge of science. And the Seattle area is very vital to that, with the University of Washington, with the Primate Research Center, with the very modern architecture that blends in with the very old architecture. It provided a very good setting, and you could really get the feel of Seattle and the surrounding area. But also, it entered into the conflict and the challenges of, trying to move across all those different terrains and meet some of the challenges that we set up in the book. You could almost feel the oxygen levels go up and the stress levels go down. And that is how I would sell Seattle to someone just coming in.
That house is so cool. Right up on the hill overlooking Lake Sammamish, that's got to be one of the best locations on the block. It just has such a thriller feel to it. It all makes sense as to why Steve Hadden chose that location. Speaking of which, if you haven't seen his novels, go check them out. I know I will. Who doesn't love a thriller? Next up, we're checking in on one of our partners in your area. Hit it.
Welcome back to the show. Well, now we're talking about the real estate conditions out of your Boston market with my next two guests. I want to welcome back onto the program Ben Perotta and Kate Richard. They are co-owners and team leaders of Ben and Kate Real Estate with Keller Williams. Thank you both so much for being back on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
So talk to me a little bit about what the current trends are that you're seeing right now in the real estate market.
What we're experiencing on the South Shore, I think, is somewhat consistent with what's going on nationwide. We are definitely seeing a shift in the market. We've had a very strong seller's market for the past several years now, and at this point we are starting to see a little bit of increase in market time for listings and an increase in inventory. We actually saw about a 15% decrease in home sales compared to last year in September. And we're also seeing 3% reduction in prices.
Wow, that seems kind of significant there, 15%. So if you are interested in selling your home, is it a good time? Should we wait?
You know, we actually were fortunate enough recently where we went to see one of our fellow Keller Williams agents speak. I think he put it best. He said that sellers are entering in a phase where it's a price war and a beauty contest out there right now. So if your house is beautiful, it's going to sell. But at the same time, if you have a house maybe it's a little iffy or not exactly perfect, then you have to price it right. That's really what we're looking at right now. We're seeing, open houses that, maybe in the spring would have, 50 people through. We're seeing a lot less. So you definitely have to make sure that your home looks good and that it's priced to sell.
So what is the buzz that's happening then in the real estate market, and when you go and you hear your mentors speak for next year, for 2019? Should we expect similar results and similar patterns and trends that we're seeing this year?
Properties will still sell, buyers will still buy, but buyers may not be fighting over properties at every single open house. Again, we may see properties, having a little bit of a longer marketing time, and we may see prices start to flatten out in the south of Boston market. And I think that that's okay, because I think that we've been on this increased price for many years now, and I think it's finally time that things are going to start to flatten out a little bit, and I think it'll be a good market for both buyers and sellers.
Well, that's good news. Well, a home that is ready to sell is a listing that you two are representing. Tell me a little bit about this property.
So this is 311 Forest Street in Pembroke, Massachusetts. It's a beautiful cape. It's really well maintained. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a large lot, open kitchen, and what's kind of cool about this property is that there's a bonus room, which is different from a traditional cape, that they have as a dining room with cathedral ceilings, and it has skylights. It's really, really a beautiful home.
Well, thank you both so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take it all in. The hearts have spoken. Let it begin.
Hey, Mark.
Ready to fly?
We're ready to fly.
All right.
How's this going to go? Can you tell us how this is going to go today?
You're each going to be tied together with a professional certified tandem instructor.
Good to know.
One-on-one. You're in front, the instructor's in back, and you are going to fly off this mountain, Poo-Poo Point in Issaquah, out into the blue yonder.
You ready?
I hope I don't poo-poo my pants. That's all I gotta say. How high are we?
We're at 1,700 feet over the valley, 1,800 foot mean sea level. It's a beautiful view today. It's a great day to fly.
The sun came out first. We're pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm stoked. Thanks so much for let's do this.
To call home. We had a moonlight and midnight blue. Into the silence we echo through. I've been waiting for so long.
Barb invited us here to jump off of this cliff, so we're all here together right now.
Waiting for that
Frozen,
moment.
but loving it.
We're gonna repay the favor by having Barb come out to our party tonight, Controversy, Beyonce vs. Rihanna, and we're gonna dance all night long. Yes, this is Black Gatsby, and I'm Disco
She
Shrine.
is so extra right now.
And we
Cut
are.
that last part. Cut that last part.
I'm Disco Shrine, and we are signing off the mountain like, hey.
Nope, won't, couldn't, I can't. Jump off a mountain? Diane, major kudos to you. I'm proud beyond words. While I catch my breath, we're sending you over to another expert in your market. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? My name's Arthur Deych. We're here at the annual Red Tree Party event. We're here celebrating the health, wealth, and happiness of all our guests, our clients, our family members, and our co-workers. And one thing about real estate is that it's tangible. You can hold it in your hands. You can change things. You can paint. You can fix a wall. You can fix a roof. You can control it. You can't do that with the stock market. So one thing I can say is for 2019, bet on yourself, okay? Bet on yourself. If you feel confident that real estate or betting on yourself is the best practice for you, then real estate will be fantastic in your future. If not, you want to bet on someone else's skills and tactics, then hire a great realtor or go use the stock market. I look forward to seeing you guys in 2019. Much love.
One of the shrewdest, smartest brokers I've engaged with the last 15 years.
I want to thank Arthur for bringing me an off-market deal. The deal ended up being a great deal for my company, and really excited about doing future business with Arthur.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight at Union Street Restaurant in Newton. wealth, and happiness. Have a wonderful new year, and remember, bet on yourself.
Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. I'm just doing what I do. Won't stop doing what I do. Can't stop me now. Ain't backing down. Can't stop me now. I'm just doing what I do. Won't stop doing what I do. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. I'm just doing what
This makes me want to move to Seattle. It's awesome and it checks all the boxes. Scenic, Twin Peaks, jumping off mountains, beautiful parks, and some of the coolest nightlife. Sign me up.
Won't stop